Hello, my name is Oscar. I am the US Market Specialist here at the Besto, and I have the pleasure of introducing our new tool which will help you order windows with sills sunken into the floor. Starting from the top, you will fill out the name of your investment. In this situation, we're going to call it Green Arcades, address, floor number, etc. What is important is describing the exact location to avoid wondering where your new bought windows went. Next, you describe the location of the window itself inside the building. Give yourself a little hint to remember where exactly in the building this window goes. At the top right corner of the form is a QR code which will lead you to instructions on how to correctly measure. In case you're ever at the job site, have doubts about correct measurements, and want to confirm something, here is a link to the instructions. Next, at the bottom, we have a view of the window opening with the view from the inside of the building and space dedicated to drawing an outline of the division of the window and inserting it in the center of the window opening. Dead center between the cross section and the view of the opening is the form legend, which describes the specific parameters such as parameter D, which consists of upper dilation, DU, bottom dilation, DC, etc., parameter C, which includes height difference between the current floor level and the planned floor level, T marks recessed threshold, E marks the bottom of the extension, which you will need to eventually order, and of course bottom dilation, which is DB. Next, we will move on to measuring the width. As per standards, the width is measured at 3 locations, all the way up top, right in the middle, and right at the bottom. They're conveniently marked A1, A2, and A3. We measured A1, the top, at 4,010 millimeters, middle A2, which is 4,020 millimeters, and bottom A3, which is at 4,000 millimeters even. We picked the smallest measurement, and at the first spot, width measurement, we write in 4,000 millimeters. Additional measurement that we need to decide on depends on how uneven our lintel is and how uneven our left and right jambs are. We add the width of the predicted dilatation, left at 15 millimeters, right at 15 millimeters, and together that sums up to DLR at 30 millimeters. The second element to measure is height. Height measurements, marked B, need to be measured the exact same way as before with at least 3 spots. Remember to measure the left, the center, and the right side, which in our case resulted in 2410 millimeters on the left, 2400 millimeters even in the center, and 2410 millimeters from lintel to planned floor level. Again, we picked the smallest measurement, in this case 2400 millimeters, and at height measurement, we fill out B with 2400 millimeters, which is the height of the planned floor level to lintel. Next is measurement C, which we measured the exact same way as before, with the obvious difference of measuring from lintel to the current level of floor. From the left side, we have 242 millimeters, middle is at 237 millimeters, and our right side is measured at 241 millimeters. Again, we picked the smallest measurement, in this case 237 millimeters, and we write that under height measurement under point C. Next step is to measure the horizontal dilatations between the lintel and the finished flooring. Top dilatations measure at 15 millimeters in this situation, bottom dilatation measures at 15 millimeters as well, and in our case, we presume that the window we are measuring will have 47 millimeters of threshold, which will be inserted into the flooring. We fill out this info under T.
Remember, in case of any questions, feel free to ask us in comments. Leave a thumb up and subscribe our channel to stay tuned with new videos.
We move on to calculating the measurement of finished construction in step 3. If the width of our opening sums up to 4,000 millimeters at the smallest measurement, DLR, which is left and right dilatation, sums up to 30 millimeters, we subtract the 30 millimeters from 4,000 and get 3970 millimeters. Next, we measure the height of the window with threshold, and I repeat, with threshold. Position B is at 2400 millimeters. Subtract top dilatation 15 millimeters and add threshold 47 millimeters, and we receive 2432 millimeters. Remember to add the threshold to this calculation, not subtract. This is a common mistake. Please make sure to follow the instructions correctly. Last calculation is adding up the height of the extension. 237 millimeters is the smallest measurement between the current floor level and the planned floor level. From that, we subtract the threshold that we added earlier to the window, 47 millimeters. We subtract the bottom dilatation, which will be used as support blocks. And under the height of the bottom extension, 15 millimeters, comes E, which is the height of the bottom extension that we want to order, 175 millimeters. To that, we add additional information. In this case, we note that the windows have 2 active wings. Left wing will get a motor for automation. We note the color as RAL 7016 double-sided. We also want to add hardened windows and for the handle to be installed on the post so that our wings completely hide in the jamb, as to create a completely frameless structure. Additionally, on the bottom, we need to mark whether the construction needs to be glazed, and in this situation, according to the guidelines and recommendations by the Besto, we mark glazed glass. Please pay close attention to what is written in the red box. Draw the outline of the window's division for opening and an arrow that leads to the rectangle. Fill out the outline for which way the window is open. In this situation, we have a sliding 2-wing window with both wings being active. Finally, remember that it is better to be safe than sorry. Make sure to get a signature from the investor who's going to confirm that the measurements are correct, and at the same time, sign the form yourself or have your measurement guy sign it so that everyone knows who is responsible for the measurements. If there is anything in this video that you saw as useful, please give us a like. If you would like materials of this type to show up on your YouTube or on your other social media platforms, subscribe to our channel. If there's anything that you would like clarified, if there's anything you have doubts about, anything you disagree with, please shoot us a comment. If you love this content, share it with your friends, join our The Besto community, and use this tool regularly to make more money by working with us instead of loading up your warehouse with poorly measured windows. Big thank you and see you soon.